Yo, what is up, guys? This is MDC back at you with another video. This week with week 2 of the Kicker Defense Fantasy Draft League. So here's our last week. Didn't go so well. Took a big L, like by 60 points. Palmer was pretty bad. Thompson played well. Bernard was fine, I guess. Shepard had a very good game. Ginn was pretty good. Ebron disappointed. Lockett was disappointing, and all the defenses were like not particularly good. Out of the kickers, Bailey was the best, but they were all close. And I mean, the rest of the bench didn't really do that much. So it's clear that we need to make some pickups for the next week. So if you look at available players here, if you look at just quarterbacks, the best quarterbacks, last week Alex Smith was great, but I don't think he can keep it up. I mean, I think Palmer's still probably our best bet. I know he was really bad last week, but I think we're going to go with him again. As far as running backs, Vereen had a good week last week, a lot of catches. But Odell's coming back, so I think it's a risky pickup. I think we should go with someone else. Alvin Kamara was also good. I like Javorius Allen because Danny Woodhead got hurt, and the Ravens throw to the running back a lot. So, I mean, he's a pretty good pickup. So we're going to go with him. Other interesting options are Thomas Rawls could be good, or Chris Carson, but I think it's kind of early to pick them up because the whole Seattle backfield is very, it's not clear who's going to be the starter and who's going to get the touches. So I mean, I don't really know if it's really worth picking up anyone. We're going to drop Giovanni Bernard here. Last week it was okay, but I think Joe Mixon's going to slowly but surely take away his touches. So yeah. Next, we're gonna look at some receivers because we definitely need upgrades in that areas. We really need upgrades everywhere, but I mean, it's just the waiver wire, so we can't exactly get great players. We're only working with like end of bench guys or guys that will be free agents. So we look at projected. We have 2 Jets receivers. Jets offense. I mean, I don't trust that. I wouldn't pick anyone up on the Jets offense, so we're not gonna go with either of them. Allen Hurns could be good. Again, I don't really like Blake Bortles. Kendall Wright, he's the number 1 receiver now on the Bears. It's PPR, so I mean, he probably will catch a lot of passes. So he's an interesting target. But I like Kenny Golladay. I mean, really, he's a rookie, really good red zone target, and the Lions don't really have any great running backs, so they throw it in the red zone a lot. So I think that he's a very good target, and that he could break out potentially. So we're looking at our receivers here. Sterling Shepard I like a lot. John Brown I think is a good guy to have as well. Ted Ginn is good. Lockett was very disappointing last week, as well as Henry. We're kind of keeping Henry though, like just in case Murray gets hurt, then we'll have like a great running back. But I think Lockett is probably the most likely person to drop here. I mean, I was maybe Bailey. But I mean, I really want to try to keep like 3 kickers and 3 defenses. So, and he also did it 15 points last week. So, yeah, we won't drop Bailey. We're gonna try to keep it 3 kickers, 3 defenses. We're gonna drop Lockett, mainly because he didn't really have a good week, and I mean, the Seattle offense last week didn't do well. So, I mean, if he does well, we can just pick up next week. But I think Golladay is a better player right now. So we're going to go back. We're going to check out the tight ends. Last week we had Ebron. He did absolutely nothing. But the tight ends are risky. I mean, like, James and Hooper had great games last week, but I don't think they'll do it again. Jared Cook wasn't really involved in the offense. He just projected high because he's playing against the Jets. I mean, Charles Clay, like, Coby Fleener is good, I guess, but he's going against the Patriots, who are really good at guarding tight ends always. Like last week, they held Kelsey, like it says here, to like only 4 fantasy points. Austin Hooper is also really unreliable because Matt Ryan doesn't really throw to the tight end. Just to check out the QBs here again, I still think that our best option is going with Palmer. So we're not going to pick anyone up here. And I mean, that's probably it. We just have to decide who to start. I'll check our running backs. I like Alvin Kamara, but also there's Adrian Peterson and Ingram, so we're not going to pick him up. So we're going to set our starting lineup now for this week. We're going to stick with Palmer. We're going to keep Jacuz Warges as our RB1. This is the starter now, and they didn't really play last week. So as far as defense, Broncos D have a very tough matchup. Texans D is playing Cincinnati, which is a good matchup, but last week they were pretty awful. So we're going to go with Seahawks against San Francisco, most likely. Yeah, we're going to go with Seahawks against San Francisco. As far as kicker, we're going to go with Tucker. We're going to give him another chance. They're playing the Browns, so, I mean, there's a pretty good chance he'll do well. Ted Ginn, we're going to move him to starting receiver, I believe. And also, we're going to start Allen as the flex because he will catch a lot of passes. He's very similar to Chris Thompson in his style of play, so I think he's a very good pickup there, and he'll be the new flex for this week. As far as, and also Jacquizz Rodgers, like I mentioned before, he's our best running back. Receivers, Sterling Shepard we're going to keep. He caught a lot of passes last week. He seems like Eli trusts him. John Brown was kind of disappointing, so I think we're going to replace John Brown in the starting lineup. The main options are Ted Ginn or Kenny Golladay. I like Golladay a lot, but I still think Ted Ginn is a better bet for points. So we're going to go with Ted Ginn, and that's the starting lineup this week. So I'm just going to check one more time and make sure there's any players I didn't miss. And, any sleeper pickups we can make, but I don't really think there is, especially at running back. Jamal, no, not really. So I'm going to show you guys who are playing next week, the competition. And, I mean, it's going to be very tough. I mean, our team is pretty much trash, and we're going up against, real teams every week. So here we go. We're playing against this guy named Team Wentz. He is Jameis Winston, Jordan Howard, Carlos Hyde, Odell Beckham, Dez Bryant, Tyler Eifert, Michael Crabtree, Giants D, and Matt Prater. We're projected actually to have 100 points. That's good. We're only projected to lose by 20, so I think it's possible we win. They say we have the better quarterback, which, I mean, I don't really know if that's true. And also, Jordan Howard is kind of trending downward because his backup is doing really, really well lately. So, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back next week with another video. Peace out.